Is there a point of pride to win this one, knowing that the defense on the other side is really strong as well?
At the end of the day, winning the game is the most satisfaction I'll need for anything. So, but it's a good feeling knowing that it's probably going to be a defensive game and that we're going to have to play at a really high level.
A lot of guys have said that in part they want to win this for Coach Day. What is it about Coach that attracts the guys to want to do something?
He's a really caring person. He does everything that he can for the team, and you can know that in his heart he truly cares about his players, and that he'll do whatever he can to help us.
Caleb, you've obviously talked a little bit about your brother, a little bit about your dad, but what does it mean to you, and how has it impacted your walk in football to come from such a football family?
I'll say it's made it easier for me, knowing what I have to put in, and knowing how much effort it takes to really get what you want out of this game. And then knowing that my brother has done it has been a big thing for me. Knowing that he's put the work in high school, college, and now he's having success in the league. It's a really good feeling for me.
You're obviously a super talented football player, but one thing I got done talking to Coach knows about is just your mental football acumen. How do you become a smarter football player?
I really think it's just being around the game, learning as much as you can. I think that's watching film, talking to coaches, and just playing. I feel like Georgia high school football, you play so much, and there's so much competition level that you learn and you grow from that. And I feel like that's helped my football knowledge. Good, how are you?
Just circling back to Coach Day, what's he like fired up? What's his attitude?
Post game, Coach Day is probably one of the most ecstatic people that you can be around. He's so happy to see us have success, to see the work that we put in come to fruition. So just being around him post game, you definitely it gets a smile on your face because you see how excited he is.
Is there something he always says to you guys about?
He'll come in and say, "I want to know" after every game, and he's fired up when he says it. And it's always a good feeling to have him come in and say that. I feel like it really makes you take advantage of the training room and everything that you can do to help maintain your body throughout the season. And I feel like the players that do that the best will have probably the most success throughout the season. And for me, it's really just been trying to stay mentally focused through everything and trying to keep my body at the highest level. So mentally focused really just is making sure I hit the quotas, making sure I stretch out every day, roll out every day, do everything to help my body recover so that we 16s we can play at a high level.
Caleb, do you have a special appreciation for what IGB has done here in the last 3 games in terms of penalties? You know, we know he's a real physical player, but he's really cut down on the penalties as of late.
Yeah.
Do you have a special appreciation for that?
Sorry. I'm sorry. IGB is one of my favorite players to watch on the team just because of how intense he plays the game and how much passion he plays with. And early in the season, you can see that he was a little grabby, but I feel like if I'm a scout, that's really what I'm looking at. Has he progressed throughout the season to limit that? Has he played better throughout the season? Yes. And I think he's done a great job learning from his mistakes and finding ways to get better, even with the holds and grabs that he's had throughout the season. In the last 3 games, he's played lights out.
Hey Caleb, I'm sorry, my phone's not working. I just wanted you to kind of compare and contrast the difference between playing for Coach Saban and playing for Ryan Day, just like personality-wise, just like what it's like in the building. I heard some really funny stories about Saban and his memory for things. So
He had a really good memory. when it came to football. Outside of football, I would say his memory was the best. I'll say he paid me a lot of money based off of in person. That was the difference between him and Coach Day. Coach Day's has more of a lighthearted spirit than Coach Day. A lot of times, Coach Day is more stoic, and you can see that how he runs his program. Coach Day is more interactive with the play, more not interactive, but more bubbly with the players, and you can tell his energy's higher. But they run the program and how they want to run the program, and I respect each of them for it. And you can only run the program in the way that you want, so you can only do what you do.
How has it been watching Coach Saban as a personality on the game day and seeing that bubbly spirit kind of come out?
It's been really different for me, just knowing that he's probably had to work on that throughout the season, and he wasn't like that last year because we were all in the field, it was business. So I know that that's been a change for him, and that will continue to be a change for him, but I can tell that he's really enjoyed it, and every time I've talked to him about it, he's like, I'm having so much fun doing it.
Thank you.
How surprised were you when he retired?
I know it's loud. I know you've probably been asked this a little bit, but what's it like to be able to play in the national championship in your home state? And I also saw a story that you and Kate had beat tickets to some of your elementary school teachers. Can you talk a little bit about that as well?
Miss Bonds and Mr. Arrington. I was best friends with Miss Bonds' son from the time I was born until 8th grade. So she was like a second mom for me all throughout elementary school and middle school. And me and her son still talk today. So it's an honor to really allow her to come to the game. And that was actually Kaden that gave me the tickets. I was just a part of the video and everything. I just really appreciate her, especially because she allowed me to go into her home, spend time with her son and her husband, Mr. Bonds. I just thank them so much for that. Mr. Arrington, he probably had a really big role in how competitive I am, just because at recess he was the quarterback always, and just playing football at recess was a big thing for me, and it made me more competitive when we actually played real football. So I appreciate them both, and I'm so thankful that they're here and that they're going to come to the game and support us. And it's a really good feeling to be back in Georgia, especially because everything that I put in before college is here, and everybody that I know and that put so much time into me, they're here too. So knowing that I have all that support right here is a really good feeling.
So I know that Notre Dame was one of your visitors essentially coming up. What made you interested in Notre Dame, and why did you decide to not go?
Notre Dame is one of the most historic programs in college football. I always respected Coach Marcus Freeman. He's a really elite person to me, and he's a really elite coach to me. And I had a really good relationship with Coach O'Leary, the safeties coach there, and I talked to him when I was in the portal too. He's a really good guy. I'll probably talk to him after the game too. He's a really good person to be around and fun person to talk to. I'm not going to talk about what I didn't do there. It makes sense to me to talk about that. It was one of my top 4 schools, top 5 schools. So.
I was gonna say, were you pretty seriously considering them? Like, say, making the top 2 and 3?
They were a top 4 or 5 school, yeah. Thank you.
Caleb, are you going to be writing any articles for the Players Tribune soon?
Excuse me?
All right, so are you going to be writing any articles for the Players Tribune soon, like Jack?
We'll see if I have a moment like that. Jack's moment was it was unspoken for. So I think that he did a great job with that.
And if you were an NFL scout, NFL executive, why would you draft Lathan Ransom?
Really elite talent, really physical player. If you want to have a physical element to your team, he's going to bring that every single day. And he's going to be really intense at what he can do. Whether it's you need him to cover, whether it's you need him to play the post, or whether you need him to be the box, he's going to do it at a high level. And if you need somebody to set the tone, I would say that's Lathan Ransom. And if I'm an NFL scout, I'm banking on him to do whatever I draft him to do, he's going to do it.